Hola, buenos días. Hoy nos tomamos un café con la directora del cortometraje Where Time Stood Still, que compite por el premio Zabaltegi-Tabakalera en esta sección. Y nada, damos la bienvenida a NINO BENASHIVILI. Hi, hello, good morning, how are you?
I'm good.
After the premiere of the film, how was yesterday? How was showing the film for the first time here in the festival?
It was surreal, yes. It's just something that you imagine sometimes, but when it happens in actuality, I still have to digest yesterday.
So we usually like to start, and yesterday we talked about this in the Q&A too, but which is the main idea or the first idea you had to develop this project?
I have, the film takes place in the mountains, and I've spent a lot of time sort of hiking and being in the community. I usually like to just stay with the local people when I do that, so I think it's the environment and the rituals of the people and the general setting that always was in my head, and it was just logical for me that what I love, the place I love, that's where I went, the place I've spent a lot of time for.
I feel like this film is really, it has a lot of symbolism, and I do think that it's a film where you can see some things about sexual repression in a society in some way. So yesterday at the Q&A you were saying that this kind of, the idea for the story came up with different stories of your family or things that you've been hearing throughout your life. How was the writing process of, and how you mashed everything to create the script?
So the story itself was something I came up with. It was, but it was based on, I grew up in the city, but this kind of religious culture is so ingrained, even if you're not religious yourself, you just have that, cultural background, and then it just becomes more and more to the sort of primal the farther you go from the big cities, So I was thinking about more so themes, you mentioned sexuality, repressed sexuality. What is it to have, one thing is to be asked to have virtue of action, to be virtuous in that way, but also people who feel this guilt in their thoughts, even if they transgress in their thoughts, and that's so prominent, and then I just took those themes and the themes of maybe a little bit of liberation within that context, and I was just thinking about that stuff, and then I don't know exactly, you hear a lot of stories, you experience things, and it wasn't like I had interviews to parse through. It was more so the story I came up with based on those themes I was thinking, and the environment is very important for me. Usually when I start working on anything, it starts with visuals. It starts with visual images that I see, or the dreams, honestly. So yeah.
Dreams. You usually start the projects with dreams, and could you tell us, did you have any specific dream for the film?
I had a dream for the. I don't know how much I want to say for the night scene,
but something a little bit.
Yeah, I had a dream of the night scene in the film, basically, where the
she was the night scene. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then it started from there, and what I do then is sort of like sketch what I saw, and it's this kind of like dreamlike state actually when you're not fully asleep, but you're kind of dozing off, and then something comes, I voice record it, then I go back. So it's like that's how writing process starts, and then
And this is your first short film, and how did you came up with the team you're working with, the actors, the producers? Because yesterday I felt like you were all really getting along, and it's really nice to have everyone coming to the premiere. So I would like to know a little bit about how you came up with everyone and how did they get involved in the project.
Sure. So I mean, I'm currently a student at Tisch Grad Film at NYU, and it's the program is very special in that way because it's you have 30 people per class, and then other classes. You work on each other's films. We do all sorts of different roles. Like you DPs for someone, and then that DP comes and produces for you and stuff like that. So it was. My DP Shuli Huang, who did a wonderful job. He's my classmate.
Okay.
So and then producer also Joe Carr is in my one of the producers, and then from Georgian side, I worked on a film in Bloom by Nana Ektimishvili when I was 18 or so.
Okay.
And then I left to study philosophy, but I met people there who remembered me.
Okay.
So when I got back to Georgia, it was very wonderful. So many people came and helped me, and you know how shorts are, when you don't have a budget and things like that, and came with me to this. I don't know. We actually even lost our first location due to snowstorm. We had to redo everything in a day in a different spot in this mountains where there were no roads and things like that. So they followed me through everything. And you asked, sorry, I went on and on, but you asked about cast as well, right?
Yeah, how they get involved and how you connected with them.
As I said yesterday, Keta, I mean, she's a well-known actress in Georgia, and I knew her face. And I just had the intuition that we would vibe. We didn't even have a casting.
Okay.
We just
called her and presented the project.
Yeah, we talked, basically. And it was very clear to me that she understood the project so well that sometimes it's a danger when you take someone who lives in the city, who is supposed to embody someone who is, living the life of the mountain woman, but she just made it. And Mother Tamar's character, she couldn't make it to the festival, unfortunately, but she's a wonderful actress in a regional theater, and as I was location scouting, I just walked into that theater and saw her perform. It was she happened to have a rehearsal that day when I walked in. Yeah.
And we are going to finish, but I want to know, because you were saying that you live in United States and you are filming in Georgia, your country, how important it is for you to film there and to tell stories that are connected to the area you have been growing up and you've been living?
Well, first of all, it's natural.
Okay.
It's something that I don't have to force, because I've unlike the USA, I've traveled all throughout Georgia on foot.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's just where my inspiration comes from. For now, I'm not saying it might change, but I have a connection there the way I don't with other countries yet. So And then there is other part of it is it's very important, of course. We are a very small country. Most people don't know us, and that's one of the very exciting things for me to like
to
have like
everyone,
be here and represent Georgia hopefully well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for presenting the film. We really hope to see your future works here in different sections throughout the years, and yeah, enjoy. Y os dejamos con un pequeño clip de la película. Eskerrik asko.